All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am coming to you today from a very, very, very cold Yorkshire, and as you will know, it was red hot the other day, but I'm going to show you 3 skip bodies today, and one of them is here for repair, so I don't want you to judge the body by what it looks like now, because it's here for repair, but it will emphasise something about weight. And when people get obsessed with how light a truck is, how light is it, how light is it, is it light? I have got the lightest truck on planet Earth here. I don't know who makes the body, and I'm not going to talk about them anyway. But obviously, I'm going to try and say to you that my body is made a certain way, so it can lift a certain thing, and it has a lot of strength. So let's show you this skip body that's come to us for a repair today. Bearing in mind, it's not a new truck, it's been well used, and this damage is, which you're going to see in a minute, is from wear and tear, which could happen to anybody's bodies, including mine. But this will show you the size and stuff of the steel, right, okay? Right, sorry everybody, it has started raining big time. So what I will tell everybody is, this is, I've got a good idea whose body this is, but it don't make no difference who the body is. But what I will tell you is this is the lightest body that I've ever come across, one of these. These are ridiculously light. They weigh absolutely nothing. They're like fresh air. But what the problem is here, with a small back bar, so this bar here, can you see how small it is, look? And this is why I'm always cautious about, you know, with our trucks. We have a third piece there, and our bar is about 3 times the size of that. And the reason that I do that, and what my thinking behind it is, if you look at the arms, this front one is a lot further down than the other one. So not only are the arms bent in, because there's no top bar, the arms are also bent that way. And if you look at the chassis there, this is a really light body, and it's been well used. But look, so where the rams are coming down, they've bent everything here, you know, and that is what leads me on to, like with our bodies, when I build them, is to build a truck that will last and lift skips over a long period of time and have very minimal downtime. But I do understand people's thinking that this is a light body, and any customer that wants a light body, you don't want to be ringing one of the people that's all over Facebook. There's actually a company who builds these, and they're not, you know, they're not the worst body by any means. They're very light. But if you want a truck what's got the best part of a ton payload, this is the body for you. But obviously it comes with these, you know, the limitations, if you like. You know, you've got to use them to what they're built for. This one's obviously years and years old, but you have to use them. You know, that's how old it is. You know, but you have to use them within their capabilities, if you like. So let's have a look at a couple of other bodies, and let's see their design, and have a little look at them and see what we think of those. All right, so I have got the 2, what I would like to suggest, best bodies in the country. Obviously, there is a web body. Web bodies are very good. And I have now got myself one of these mics, so I can actually walk around things and talk at the same time, which is handy because I used to have a wire. So I'm just going to tell you something quickly. If you are looking for skip insurance, and I know a lot of people out there struggle to get insurance for skip companies and stuff like that, there's a company that specialises in it, C&C. I'll put their phone number on the screen, and if you mention my name to them, you will get some discount on the policy. They have been doing our insurance for quite a while. We used to use all the other people, and they're really, really good. Give them a try. They do liability and all that, and they've been doing all our insurance for a while, and I said I'd give them a shout out, and I always put, you know, things on the video for him because they are a real good company. You know, give them a try, give them a shout, let them try for a quote for you. Right, so we have got the best 2 bodies. All right, obviously we've got Web as well, they're very good. You know, and I'm fairly new to it. First of all, I'm a skip man, yeah? So if you get a body off me, or you get a body off this gentleman who makes these, I'm not here to knock any of the bodies that you've seen today. I'm here to talk about only the good things, right? The things I like about everything. Like I said to you, that first body, it's got some damage now, but bear in mind, it's probably 10 years old, it's lifted 10,000 skips, and it's made its owner about £1 million. So how can you, you know, moan about having to spend £1,000 on a couple of extensions for a set of arms? That truck will probably only weigh maybe 400 or 500 kilos, the body, so it's really, really lightweight. What I'm going to tell you about these is all the things I like. And first of all, this body, did not originally come off this truck. This was off a different chassis cab, a different manufacturer. We've made it fit. The customer wanted a tow bar, so we've had to nudge the body up a little bit. So don't think for a minute I'm trying to show new body versus a second-hand one, because this is actually a very good advertisement for this company, and you may choose to use them over us. It's, you know, listen, like I said, I'm a skip man first, so listen, get in the waste industry, you know, more of us the merrier. Let's have a look around this body. So, like I said to you, this body has had millions of skips on the back of it, and it is still looking in pretty decent condition. We did a little bit of straightening work, we tidied a few things up, and you know, everything is pretty good. You can tell it's got some wear in the pins because the ram is now touching down here. But I can definitely tell you, I know when this body was made, and it is a few years old, a good few years old, and it is, you know, it's lasted the test of time. I've had a good look around it, I've had a good look underneath it, and what I would say is, yeah, this is a very nice lightweight body, and they are well made. You know, you look at the welding and the attention to details right and everything else. How did they save so much weight on these bodies? Well, as you can see, these parts are a little bit smaller, you know, than what we use, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for a body that's, you know, sensible weight, with a sensible lifting power, this is, you know, it's not a bad option. And then, like I said to you, this video is not going to be a comparison, you know, one's better than the other. This, I can't deny, is a great truck. We've always had a problem with our bodies, and the problem has been, there's one of ours going past now, but the problem has always been with these trucks is that basically I've always built them with the mindset of a skip man, and what I always think is, I want to go to a skip and I want to pick it up. I'm not bothered, you know, about much else apart from I want to pick that skip up. So like I said to everybody, you know, predominantly I'm a skip man. You know, my dad's been in the industry for 40 years, so we do know things inside out. And what I do know is when you go to jobs, and my focus was always to have a truck that could lift the skip up, and that was the top and bottom of all the jobs, making a truck that could lift skips. And what I would say to you, now what we've done to address, you know, our one fault, I would say, because, you know, lifting power and being, you know, powerful is all right. And also, one thing you might ask yourself is, why do these trucks lift more than them? Because the actual rams are only a tiny bit smaller on this truck to our truck, and what it is it's the geometry. So basically the ram is higher up the arm, and you've got a lower point there. So it's like holding a bag of sugar out here. If you're a little bit closer, you can lift more, and that is really just the secret to it. We built one years ago, and this arm was right up there, and I'll tell you something, there's nothing that truck would not lift, and it's all about geometry. The higher up the ram is, up the arm, basically the shorter space from there to the top, and it will lift more weight. With these being so close to the base, if you can look, it's only that, you know, 200 mil, 300 mil. That's what makes the difference. The actual rams and everything on both trucks, you know, are a similar sort of quality and a similar sort of make. The only thing different with the rams is these guys use a steel pipe underneath, under there, you know, and then the pipes go through the body. We do a similar thing, but we use an olive on the top, and then they go through the body. What I do, and what I always wanted with a truck is, I never wanted any pipes to be on show. So, you know, stuff like this. And like I say, I'm not knocking it, and stuff like this, you know, it can be damaged, and we used to get a lot of stuff where our drivers used to break it. And I think that's where a lot of the problems come from, is because I was always building a truck for myself, if you understand that. So what we've addressed, you know, with the bodies to keep them as light as I can, this body is from a scrap metal merchant, so he wants a nice, strong body where you can basically, you know, you could drop a slab of concrete on the back of it and you're not going to get holes in the body and stuff like that. So he's gone for a steel body, but we've put an aluminium door on the front, and he's also got, which we're going to do as standard now, which is the holes in the rails like that to save weight. And if you look underneath there, that one big cross member, there's one there also, but we used to have a lot of cross members in there. And with a steel floor, you can actually have less cross members, and it will still give you the same, you know, sort of strength. Basically, with a skip truck, with this one or that one, all the weight, or all the pull, if you like, is around here and there. So what we do under our trucks is we have two decent pieces of box section under there. As you can see, it might be a bit dark on the video, but they are there. And then we have something a bit more stronger around here as well, because that's where your pull comes, and then we spread the load with these wedges. We did on our first truck before, you used to get a crack here, I'm going back years and years, you know, 4 or 5 years, whatever, with the first one, where the arm was pulling all the time. So we spread it with this wedge, and that just got rid of that problem. Like I say, with everybody who builds skip trucks, ours and theirs, you know, you've got to always be progressing and moving forward. So on the new trucks, if you want a lightweight one, it will come with all the stuff underneath that you've just seen, and it will also have a lightweight floor, which is aluminium, which this customer didn't want, and it will have a lightweight aluminium headboard. As you'll see on the other video, they came in quite light at about, you know, well under 3 ton on a single wheeler. So on this truck, it'll be maybe, I don't know, 2.8, 2.9. What do you reckon, 2.9, James?
Yeah, no easy sheet.
Probably 2, you know, without an easy sheet, you know, we're going to be somewhere around the 2.9, 3 ton. So it's made a big difference by, you know, cutting them holes in the chassis and removing a few of the cross members that you don't need. This truck, how they save their weight and also make the body stiff, is that they put a little return in this plate of steel there. So you've got 2 plates, a small return there, and that gives the sheet its rigidness. So obviously, because it's got a return there, return means a fold, it actually stops it making any noise. But to be fair, like I said to you, these bodies, you know, the side by side, I just thought I would do a comparison. I'm not here to slag one off or the other off. Obviously, I'm not going to slag mine off anyway, but I'm not here to talk about anybody's truck. This has been used for years and it still looks well. Obviously, that's new paint, so it's, you know, it's not an exact like for like. But yeah, listen, I can't fault either of them. And like I say, that little truck, what was in the ad, what's in for repair, even though that's got a bent arm, for the amount of money that it's made. So like I said to you, both of these bodies, you know, I would consider to be very good. You know, the Web one, I've had a look around them, they're very similar. This one is basically very, very similar to a Web one. The ones that you know, we started from these trucks from, we'd never had anybody to copy because we never had one. We just built one, it didn't work. We built another one, that was a load of shit, you know, and kept progressing as they went on and on and on. This one is following sort of like a tried and tested method, which makes sense. The other one, that is down at the yard, the little small one, that is way lighter than both of these, but at the same time, it gives you more of a payload. And if you was sort of like, you know, somebody who was very, very conscious about weight and that's all you was bothered about, you would go for the little truck. If you want something to lift in the middle of the road, the black one's good, and if you want something that'll lift a little bit more, the red one's good. Right, warranty. This truck, the black one, this manufacturer is now giving you a 2 years warranty, which is brilliant. We only give 12 months, you know, so obviously that must be a better warranty. What I will tell you is, I don't know what their warranty includes, but I can tell you what our warranty includes. Everything. LEDs, lights, bulbs, chains, paint, steel, anything, even if it's something that's not necessarily your fault. You know, things happen, you get some paint, it might be shit paint, you know, things happen, we'll still replace it. If you break your truck and it's your fault, yeah, so if it happens and it's your fault, not my fault, we will still do all the work for you, and we'll charge you no profit on the job. That's what I've done with customers from the day we started, and it will not change. While we're in business, we will do the same thing. If you bend your arms, you need another set, you can get a full set of arms like that, both arms, both rams, everything for a couple of grand, supplied and fitted. I don't know what other people's warranties do. You know, obviously this company, they give 2 years, and to be fair, you probably wouldn't need it anyway because they're a well-made body. And same with ours. We get a little bit of warranty work, but very, very little. We get a lot of stuff where people have had the arms up and hit bridges. We've had loads of them. We've had them where they've had car crashes and stuff like that, and we will still always look after people. Right, so which truck would you buy? This is the big question. You know, people, some of them like our trucks, people like others. Which would you buy? Well, if you want a real light one, you better give PowerTech a ring. If you want something well made, good quality, you know, your SMurph, your Web, both brilliant bodies. If you want something that'll lift an house, I would suggest one of ours. You know, and it just all depends what you like. I don't know. I like to think ours looks a little bit more blingy. I don't know. It's just obviously, I'm obviously going to say that I like our truck because obviously it started off as a drawing on a piece of paper, you know, on an old notebook. One day when I had note to do, wow, we should start building them, and it's progressed. So obviously I'm going to say my own, but to be fair, if you want the honest truth, I think they've all got the merits. They're all as good as each other. And if you've got a 2 year warranty on one of these, I can tell you now, PTOs and stuff like that, drivers leave them turned on and the burn out and stuff. If you're going to get a 2 year warranty on a PTO, I'd be buying the PTOs off that man, that is for sure. 2 year warranty, mental, that's great. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. Bye.